we have this like thing with politeness and manners and stuff like that it's really, really big. So I get that. Merging, I feel like it's different because merging, I'm like, you guys, this is so fucking simple. One person goes, the other person gets to come in. The other, like everybody use your brains. It's not that fucking hard. Everybody, if you're already on the lane, you let one person over. I'm not letting more than one. Don't get too fucking excited. The next person is like my buddy behind. That's your job. You know what I mean? But Southern hospitality, like what I like about the North is, you know how they say like people in New York are kind but not nice. People in other places are nice but not kind.
Yeah.
I would rather you be kind, not nice. Yeah. Like I like kindness. I don't really care for niceness, and that's how it is here in the South. And I'm like,
I'm such a lenient driver. I am like very relaxed when I drive. I don't get worked up about anything when I'm
oh my
driving.
goodness! Oh, story time, because the one time we were driving in the car together. Oh my God, there was one time we were driving in the car on I-10, and he's always very lenient, and I'm like, I just try to be chill when he's driving because he's driving. I'm not gonna try to be a backseat driver, but there was one time we're driving on I-10, and this person cuts us off like to the point that they like just missed us, like hitting us, and he had to slam on his brakes in order to not hit that person while they cut us off. And he was so calm about it to the point that it made me mad that he was calm. So I legit in the passenger seat reached over and honked the horn for him. I have never done that before, and legit immediately I honked the horn, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I will never do that again, I promise. But I was so upset at this man, and I was like, he almost killed us.
Because I'm like, if this man walks out this car
and shoots me
and comes out and wants smoke, I have to get out of this car and fight this man.
Don't lie. Don't fucking sit here and lie right now, because you did not even do that. You were just like, okay, still calm as fuck. And I'm like, I want you to be mad.
In my mind,
be mad with me.
Like, look, if this person stops the car because you honked at this person and walks out the car like, yo, you trying to go? I'm gonna get
out the car. Yeah, and I'm gonna get out the car. And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck's the problem, bro?
You're not a confrontational person. You're only confrontational when you're behind the wheel. Every other time,
I will still get out the car.
I
will still get out the car, and I will.
I understand.
No, with how anxious you are, I do not believe that one bit.
No,
not one bit. Not one. I want you to keep that same energy every other time.
Okay, no. Listen. Here's my shit.
Your criteria. There are
I make a choice.
Where I am sure she would. All the things that make her non-confrontational, there are certain situations where those don't apply, and she would be confrontational.
I make a choice in the moment. I look at things and I make that choice. As soon as I make that choice, though, I'm sticking with that fucking choice. I'm not about to back down.
Well, yeah.
So as soon as I make that choice to be confrontational with that person, if they step out the car, I'm stepping out the fucking car.
I'm driving and she reaches over,
I'm gonna step out the car.
Fight this person.
No, I'm gonna step out the car.
That was an invitation. Like that wasn't Bree being like, fucking get it together. That was Bree being like, get it together or I will help you, bitch. And I will help you.
And I'm the opposite. I will do that in regular situations, but when I'm driving, I'm always like,
Maybe. Really don't care.
No, I don't care. I'm like, maybe they have somewhere to go. Maybe maybe his wife is in labor right now and he has to really get there.
He always literally every time.
I will come up with the most craziest story to try to give them an out.
I'm sorry, if your wife is in labor, then you need to make it to the fucking hospital.
Right. And turn your fucking hazards on. Why aren't your hazards on?
You're gonna cut somebody off. You could have gotten into a car accident and you think you're gonna get to the fucking hospital
quicker? Well, nobody's thinking logically whenever there's fucking wife is in labor.
Put your hazards on. Look. Listen. Let me say.
You better be fucking thinking logically.
Listen.
Going through so much and you're gonna put her through more?
Shit, I'm late to work sometimes and I'm like, I'm gonna cut you off, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Let's go back.
Imagine if my wife was in labor, I'd be like, I gotta get there now.
Let's go back to talking about Houston specifically, and Houston's like driving, the way y'all drive. It starts raining a little bit, everybody has their fucking hazards on.
I know.
So why the fuck if somebody is in labor.
I have to call you out too now. I'm lenient driver. I'm chilling the entire time.
If somebody's in labor, if there's something wrong with your car, if there's some fucking reason why you got to be driving all fucking reckless and shit, throw your hazards on so I know. Because I'm going to see your hazards on and be like, shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on. If your brakes are done, I'm going to be out your way. Because I'm not about to have you hit into me because your brakes are fucked up. Like, I'm going to get out of your way. Put your hazards on.
It's like you have the drivers that are still driving recklessly and they don't give a fuck. And they're like, rain is not real. You know,
snow's not real.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Ice is not real.
And then there's the people that have their hazards on that are just shitting themselves. They're like, oh my God, I'm about to die. So I respect it. I don't really put my hazards on unless it's like I can't see shit. So we all, if I can't see the person in front of me, then the person behind me cannot fucking see me, and I'm putting my fucking hazards on. But overall, every time I see that, I'm like, I know that you're scared, and I see you, and I'm sending you love.
Yeah, I also think
you might die.
I also think that the driving is a personality trait because that's the most confrontational I've ever seen her. Ever. And I'm like, even when she's driving and she's in her mode, whether she's doing the right thing or the wrong thing, because sometimes she'd be hella hypocritical about it. But like whether she's doing the right thing or the wrong thing, like, sometimes I'm like looking there and I just keep my mouth shut and I'm like, you know what? On the off chance that somebody does get heated with her right now, I'd want to see it because I want to know how much this personality trait lives only inside the car or also lives outside the car, and I'm kind of curious about it. I mean, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna step in if it gets out of hand, but I'm like, I kind of want to see. I want to see how far this goes. Whether it's just like, because the moment this happens and the car turns on, whole different person. I'm like, holy shit! Like what? Like, you know what I mean?
It's where I let all of my anger out.
Yeah, like a whole different person, and I feel like I'm the same person. To juxtapose that, I'll be in the club, and we've had this situation. I'll be in the club where people are fighting, and like people are like holding each other back, and I'm the guy that's like right in the ear of the person that's getting held back, and I'm the guy that like, bro, you gonna let him talk to you like that? Like, bro, you're really gonna? And she's like, stop instigating, and I'm like, no, but like, did you see how he disrespected him? I'm not invested in this. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. But then he wants me to be level-headed when it comes to
who spilled the drink.
You're just an instigator. You just like the drama.
I'm such a big instigator when it comes to that shit. And she's all like, calm the fuck down. Like, you're not invested in this. I'm like, I don't know.
But then he can't understand when I'm almost hit by a car why I'm so
you're
upset
out of your
by
mind.
it.
You're out of your mind. I know, because I've been in the car with you and like we've gotten into like something like scary happened and I'm literally like, holy shit, and you're like, oh my God.
So anyway,
and then you keep going. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, because then I'm like, okay, I guess I won't react. Like,
I'm gonna react regardless if he reacts or not.
I don't. You're to the point you're making. I'll be chill. I'll be chill the entire time. I get a flat tire and I'm like, okay, well,
now I know gotta figure it out. Tire. So I get a flat tire and I'm like, I'm about to look like the
okay, to be fair, the reason he's so calm about getting flat tires is because of the amount of exposure he has to getting flat tires.
But
like, he gets a flat tire at least once a month. Like,
yeah, because you drive crazy.
I don't.
But his car is fucked up.
I'm just a lenient driver.
He drives crazy.
I don't drive crazy.
No, he just hasn't taken care of his car, and it's falling apart on him, and he doesn't care to fix it. So
difference.
He's just like, I mean, it's fine. I'll get a new one soon.
Difference. Anyway, to the point that we were making before, I'm not sure that bad, like the way that you drive is a Chicago totem. Or however we were, so. Like, I'm not sure if that's what we were saying.
What I was saying, the reason I brought up, like, the Chicago
driving standard?
Is because, like, here in Houston, it's more common for, like, there's always going to be somebody to let you in at the front of the line when you're, like, going to exit. In Chicago, everybody is on the other person's ass. So we are, like, bumper to bumper, not letting you in because fuck you.
Good.
Like, it's that simple. There was a time that I was driving and, like, I wait in this long ass line to get onto this exit, right? We're all here waiting. I get up to the front and this bitch like flies up and tries to cut in front of me. And I stayed on the other person's bumper. I was like, I'm not letting you in. And then she ended up getting in behind me and like pushing in because she almost hit the guy behind me. She pushes in. And then the whole time she's laying on her horn, like flicking me off and stuff, takes a slushie out of her car and throws it at my car. At that point, my brother was in my car. He was about to get out of the car and fight. Like, he was about to throw hands. We're stuck in traffic.
What were you gonna
do?
did.
The only reason we didn't fight this woman is because my niece was in my car. I was like,
That's
we're
not
not.
a good reason.
That lucky bitch.
No, keep that same energy,
No.
baby girl. That's not a good reason. I'm gonna tell you a
No.
story right
No.
now.
That's
My
a
dad
child.
has
For
real
somebody who
rich.
has like so much nuance in his life, like this is what you're gonna pick to be.
Right.
There's two of you. There's two of you. He could have stayed in the car. You could have fought this woman.
Nah.
It's not about
She would have been
that.
fine.
It's not about that. It's like you don't want to.
Because now and on top of that, no. The issue is
eventually whenever she's in the car and that
not
man
no.
gets road
The
rage,
issue,
or whenever she's with
the
you
issue
and you
is
get road
if I
rage.
fight this woman or any of us fight this woman, the police are gonna get called. If the police get called, and my niece is in the backseat of my car, and all of a sudden somebody's going to jail. I'm not gonna have my niece involved in that because who knows what's gonna then happen with my niece.
I'ma tell
You're
you-
insane. Like
I'ma
you're
tell you-
ridiculous.